Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Orsak Native Universe. My name is Joshua Orsak, and we are beginning the paragon-tier game of Grezula, the Paper Pain Mage, and Godric. We are going to be exploring Pseudo-Faerun in detail. We got our first taste of Pseudo-Faerun in the Brian James and Barebow game a few days ago. But today, in this game, this is the game that is about Pseudo-Faerun. Grezula opened up Pseudo-Faerun, made it an accessible plane through a long and hard-fought, well-gamed process. She went through a game. She went through a campaign, finished the campaign, and at the end, Pseudo-Faerun was opened up. And in this game, we are going to explore Pseudo-Faerun in detail.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Okay, y'all step through a portal. On the other side, you see what in this world, in the real world, you would recognize the vast urban scene, highly advanced, giant society, giant skyscrapers, vehicles running like crazy around roads, smokestacks rising in the distance into the sky, and as the smokestacks rise, they become creatures, cloud-like creatures that drift off into the air. There are most of the creatures here look like some kind of vehicle in some way, shape, or form. So you see creatures, you have know what they are. But your character has no idea what they are. They're about a couple inches long, look more or less human from the head down, but on top of the head they have propellers, and they're flying around via propellers. There are cars and vehicles of all types that have human torsos. So car centaurs, motorcycle centaurs. The buildings often have faces. So many of the buildings are like looking at you as you come through.
Ah, lovely.
Everything looks constructed. There is some green here. There are some plants. There is some water and things like that, fountains, but everything is highly urban. And you come right out in the middle of it. You have no experience with this. This is beyond your understanding. Your character can barely contain in her mind what it is she's seeing. It is just absolutely beyond your wildest imagination. This is where the portal has brought you. Now, instinctually, you do know where you are. You know it because of the encounter with the orbs, which is you are in Pseudo-Faerun. This is the realm of the pseudo-fairies. It mediates between the pseudo-elemental planes and modern society, the way Faerun moderates between the elemental planes and nature. So as the Fae are manifestations of nature, the creatures here are magical manifestations of a modern society. What would you like to do? What's your first reaction? How do you respond to this unbelievable sight and set of sights and the world you now find yourself in?
Oh my gosh, is there like one of those creatures near me?
There is. There's the small ones with the propellers right near you.
Propellers. Oh my gosh.
Little helicopter head.
Little helicopter's head. I'm going to try to stop one of them and say hello.
Oh my gosh! It's a human!
Hi! Are you not? Oh!
What the hell? What's going on? Look! And you see everything instantly starts staring at you and start looking at you. Human, there's a human here. You see creatures that look like gnomes, except they look like they're made of plastic. Character doesn't know what plastic is, but out of game, that's what they would look like.
Okay.
Human. Here in Pseudo-Faerun. Hello? How the hell did you get here?
I just beat a couple really high-end characters, got a hold of some cards, and now I'm here to continue my journey. Not quite 100% on what that is yet, but don't you worry, I am here to help.
I don't know what the hell you just said. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. A human here. Strange. The building gains a face. Whoa. A human. Here.
Hi.
Right next to me. Well, hello. What's your name? Do you have names?
I do. I am Grezula. Do you have names?
People call me Barry.
Barry?
Yes, Barry. It's a pleasure to meet you, Grezula. Everybody, calm down. See, her name is Grezula. Her name is Grezula. Boss, where the heck are we?
Godric, I have no fucking idea.
We are definitely not in the Forgotten Realms anymore, I can tell you that much. What? What is this thing? I've heard of some of this stuff on the grapevine of the plains, but I never thought I'd see anything like this before. My God!
Yeah, this is intense. So what?
Grezula.
Yeah.
My name is Legroma. I am a plastic gnome.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, lady. I would like to invite you over to my home. Your presence here is well appreciated. We have long imagined what it would be like to begin to have relationships with the human realm, but when one has lived with prophecy for so long, then a moment like this can be disruptive. Everybody here is not going to know how to respond to you. I mean, look at you. Fleshy, walking on two legs. It's just a
more efficient.
Unusual situation, and you are mortal as well. Well, it depends on who you're talking to. My name's Godric. I'm a goblin. I don't know what that is. That's okay. Even where I come from, nobody knows what it is.
He's a good friend.
A good friend, and I would like to be a friend to you. Come to my home. Let us discuss what your what your presence here means, and try to determine where you may be destined to walk in this unusual realm for you. Come with me.
Okay.
I can see from your face that all of this is as shocking to you as you are to us.
Yeah, I can't exactly say I've been in a situation like this before, but I hope that we all get a good thing out of it.
If you have, you are the first human being to ever, both of you are the first mortals to ever step foot in this realm. We have entertained a few fairies, a few other more esoteric beings from the other side, a few times under very strict conditions. But mortals walking here now, it is the stuff of legend in more ways than one. Come with me. So as you walk along, he walks you along a pathway of sidewalks. Everything here is extraordinarily geometric. Even though it is highly urban, it is in no way ugly. There is no sign of trash anywhere. All of the parts of modern society that have a sense of entropy are completely missing. So there's no smell. We walk through a city. There's it smells okay here, and here it doesn't. No sense of smog per se. The smog that's produced by the industry become living things in the sky. You see no trash, nothing thrown away. Everything is pitch perfect.
Nothing
as
wasted.
If you could have. Well, a question, right? Nothing wasted is possibly the right answer, but how does a society exist without entropy? What does that mean? Things like that. You don't know. But is there anything you'd like to do as you walk through these unusual environs with Legroma?
I mean, I'd like to just kind of examine what everyone's doing. How are they functioning together? What are the people's purposes aside from just propelling around?
I mean, the sprites look like they're just going around having fun. It has the look of something that exists for its own sake, like a Rube Goldberg machine. It has a very MC Escher-ish feel in the sense that you get the cars don't seem like they're particularly going anywhere. It looks like they live constantly moving. There's bicycle centaurs as well. They seem to be moving up and down. Your character has no idea what any of these are. Doesn't know what a bicycle is. Doesn't know what a car is. Everything you're seeing to you has to appear to be the most absurdist and abstract kind of magic. And of course it is. But for us, at least parts of it would look more familiar. For Grezula, there is no aspect of this except for the human forms that some of them have. The eyes, the nose, the hands. You can definitely recognize something that looks human or elven-like in their appearance. Besides that, nothing here looks like anything other than the most abstract kind of magical effect. So even as jarring as this would be for you in the real world, for Grezula is categories more. But you see no sense of directed purpose in the sense of what these people are all doing. What are they building? What are they creating? None of that appears obvious to you. Of course, I'm not sure. I can understand out of game why you're asked that question. I'll be honest. I'm not sure Grezula would have the capacity in this moment to ask that question. It would be so everything that the way I'm describing stuff to you at least has enough relationship to your own experience that you can have those kind of discursive processes of thought. In the case of Grezula, this is just too big, too strange to know what's going on.
Then I guess she would just continue to be friendly as she cautiously moves through this strange environment.
Tell me of your home. From whence do you hail? What kind of a world is it? We hear of worlds that are forested forever, where there's not a road in sight, nor a building that stretches more than a few 100 feet up.
Oh yeah, those do exist. We sometimes go through leisurely walks through these woods, but for the sake of enjoying the beautiful scenery. But we still have...
you go for what? Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
But we still have, our own kind of civilizations that we build. We create our own buildings and live together as groups. Some not fully just humans, as you can tell between me and Godric.
Indeed, Godric has an interesting look about him. We do have beings who look more like Godric than beings that look exactly like you. In point of fact, we have gasoline goblins that live in the north. You are in the court of preservation, where concrete and metal predominate. We celebrate holding things in place, preserving things as they are, ensuring that the creations of the past endure for a long period of time, if not forever. The other courts are the court of burning and the court of transformation. The court of enduring, where you are now, is some opposition to the Court of Burning, but there are many smaller courts that exist within each Fey realm. This where you are now is the realm of concrete and cement.
Oh,
We are most of the Fey here exemplify enduring elements. And it kind of points to himself. I myself am a plastic Fey. Most plastic Fey left Pseudo-Faerun
huh.
eons ago.
Plastic?
But they're... I'm sorry?
Sorry, plastic, you say?
Oh, of course. You wouldn't even know what that is if you're from a Sylvan realm.
I've never heard of it.
It's hard to describe, but it is a composite material that does not wither with time. Neither is it destroyed by simple sunlight exposure. I myself will endure for tens of thousands of years. I'm already 5,000 years old. In fact, I remember when a group of pseudo-fae came back, a group of plastic fae came back from the pseudo-elemental plane of plastic and undertook what we call the Great Rejoining. Here is my home, and it looks like a giant, a pretty advanced, but like when you're a kid, like a little kid, you have like one of those plastic houses in the backyard, you know, that you would play in. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It looks like that. It's big enough for him, but a little small for you. Oh, I'm sorry, the size difference. Now,
happens.
It has long been foretold that our realm would encounter the planes beyond by the activity of a being known as the Great Bridge, the Great Soul, and that they would be the first human being to visit here. Is that you? Are you the Great Bridge? Are you the Great Soul?
I have been hearing a lot about being the Great Bridge or Great Soul along my journey, and it appears that I have been accomplishing missions associated with being that person. But alas, I am not 100% confident in saying I am, but I am willing to fulfill any tasks that I need to.
If you have heard the names and you are here now, then there could be no other.
Speaking in lawyer terms, just in case, you know?
I understand. Precision is important. But nothing could bring me more joy than to know that you are here now. It is said that when you come, a time of prosperity will flood this place and many others. You are welcome, and it is an honor to have you in my home. Any questions you have about this world, I am happy to answer.
Well, thank you for inviting me. My first question is, you mentioned prosperity, but what's considered prosperity for your realm? You seem to already be doing well. I'm not entirely sure what everyone is doing, but you told me about these things that each group of you guys do, and you seem to be fulfilling them. So what would be prosperity for you?
Indeed. We do our job exactly as it presented to us. We all have a role to play. We are cogs in a wheel, but it is a wheel without a vehicle. There is not a pseudo-fae that I know that doesn't ache with a sense of loss and longing, for we have no purpose. We have nothing to build for. We create great structures for their own sake, but that is meaningless and pointless if it doesn't serve something. Most pseudo-fae would be content with serving a greater good or a greater evil, to be honest with you, for either would be preferable to the empty action that defines our life. Prosperity, our prosperity, would be defined by meaning. The royals that rule over us to ensure the continuing working of the system. And when we die, we are consumed in the realm of burning, reformed in the realm of transformation, and put back in the realm of enduring. We go through processes one after the other. It is an endless tale of a dragon eating itself. And indeed, we know peace. Indeed, we know life. Indeed, we know success in our immediate actions. But we know no meaning, no value, and no purpose. Without these, we do not know joy. The great soul, who is said to be the one who will return the spirit to the pseudo-elemental planes, will return the spirit to us by giving us a purpose, giving us a meaning, and giving us souls.
Wow. So you'll do anything to find a purpose or have meaning.
If I believed it were real and not a pipe dream, like our royals so often sell us,
Your royals?
I would, the ladies, the lords, the dukes, the queens, the kings that rule over us. If I could believe that something in their lies actually means something, anything, if I could believe that the 10,000 years I will live until finally I enter the burn pits will not end in just another life over again, for nothing but the endless adding of zeros, for that I would give anything. I would rather live a single lifetime that means something than the 1,000 I am given that mean, as far as I can tell, nothing. Now I'm going to say to you that what I say to you now, I'm going to let you know, is blasphemy. It is not something that I could say out there, but every being that was shocked at seeing you was filled with the hope that maybe, just maybe, that time has come. If you say what I am saying to you in public, then you will be hurt. You will be imprisoned. And you may be put in the burn pits to be recycled and constructed again, which is no guarantee of an end. There is no end for us.
Wow.
I take pride in the work I do every day. It's nice to complete the job that is in front of me, but the loneliness of a meaningless existence hangs over me like a cloud. And I would give anything if you are truly the one that can finally give my life meaning. And I'm looking at you now. I know it has to be that time. I know it has to be now.
Would it be rude of me to ask? It sounds like currently, like, as a human, I've been born with what feels like having no meaning, and we can live lives happily without ever accomplishing what we feel like maybe we should have. But you were born with a purpose to create. Is that not a meaning in your sense?
There is no point in creating a tool that has no use. Uselessness is purposelessness.
It's interesting you were created to think that way. But, okay.
I was not created in the way that you understand the word. I have always been in one form or another. And I, unless things change, always will be.
Like you're just a living not just, like you're a living element?
Because you know death. He is a living element. He's not a living element because he's not an elemental per se.
Right.
But similar to that, it would best be considered him a composite of several elementals.
Okay.
But he is a living concept, an idea that has physical form, but an idea nonetheless.
Okay.
Perhaps it is because you die that you are able to ignore or pass over the question of meaning. At least you are forced to do what you have in front of you. But
True.
Knowing no death, all I have is a whiling way of hours to create something that no being will ever truly enjoy, that no being will ever truly use, and that will accomplish nothing except its own survival. In this moment, you hear a knock upon the door of his house. He looks startled.
This plastic door.
That's right.
You gonna get that?
Legroma. Yes. My name is Stigarius. I am the knight of the local magistrate. We've never met, but I've heard your name. I've heard yours too, Stigarius. What do you want? You know what I want, Legroma. A human is here. We must have words. This is a joyous and a momentous occasion. You can't just take this prize for yourself, Legroma. That's rather selfish. There is a world.
Sorry,
that needs...
I asked.
Huh? Oh, yeah, it's
sorry,
a good.
I asked to talk to him.
Legroma opens the door, and what comes through is a being that looks like a rook, almost like a chess piece, except like a horse-like head and a regal, knighted body. Why, hello, my lady.
Hello.
My name is Stigarius. I am a first knight of the local magistrate, and a true servant of the queen.
Pleasure to meet
Of the
you.
process.
Of the process.
Yes. The queen of the process. The guarantor of our world. The tamer of the dragon.
The dragon.
Yes. The universe is a green dragon. What may I say is your name, so I may address you, good lady, properly?
Thank you. My name is Grezula.
Grezula, and who are you? Good sir. My name is Godric. I'm a goblin. A goblin imp, I would guess. Yeah, I am a goblin imp. Well, Grezula, you must understand that the entrance of a human to our world it's a bit of a disturbance, but it's also a momentous day. I have been empowered to come and bring you to the magistrate's castle. Come, he implores you. Come and sit at his table. Tell him of who you are and where you come from, and allow him to personally bring you to the queen herself, for she wishes to do you homage and begin negotiations for what will be a fruitful interaction with the outside world.
As I get up, I'm gonna drop some paper in the chair that I was sitting in. Okay.
Excellent.
I got.
Please, come with me. And he takes you on what looks like a giant. It's like a Bigfoot, like a Bigfoot truck, and it's got a monstrous face on the front. George, take us home. And it
Onward,
takes off and starts to, and he doesn't. Everybody else takes off like walks in a clear pattern. They stay on the sidewalks. They stay on the roads. He's driving right over the grass, right over everything. He drives just straight through everything. Ah!
Weird.
A human in the Pseudo-Faerun realms. We've imagined the day, but I honestly never thought I'd see it. And he's like, bouncing along as monster trucks tend to do. So, any questions for me?
Yeah. It seems like you're kind of going off-road here. Is there a reason for that?
Oh, we're not like the rabble down there. People like you and me and the goblin. We're better. They'll clean up everything we do. Those of us who have achieved royal status get to bend the rules a little bit. You know what I mean? Believe me, Grezula, there are delights here. There are opportunities, sights and wonders to satiate desires both subtle and gross, and terrors to fill the soul, terrors to chill the soul, but you'd have nothing to fear. You are on the fast lane to easy street, we say around here. You will be treated as the way that the rabble dreams of being treated. This is just the beginning. Me and George are going to take good care of you. We have wonderful food. Anything you'd like. Have you ever had a hot dog? They are...
Hot dog?
I know. It sounds gross, but they are actually this little cylinder of meat between two pieces of bread, and if they're made right, and believe me, George can make a good one. They're quite delicious.
I've never had dog before.
I don't think it's actually made of dog, though it could be. I wouldn't know the difference.
Why would they call it that if it's not made of that?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I understand it's a human delicacy, probably not from the world you're from. But we'll visit all that and more soon enough.
Okay. We're heading to...
There's the
the
palace.
The palace.
And you see a giant high-rise set of condos that goes high into the sky. And the sun shines a special beam. It's not really a sun, but it looks like a sun. Shines a special beam of light just on it as it lights everything up. There it is. Home. And he brings you into this giant building. Is there anything you want to do while you travel along, ma'am?
I want to look into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I want to look around.
You see what appears to be an endless scales, as if you were on a giant creature, as if the universe were a green dragon.
A green dragon.
Yes.
But looking at this, would I think that it is a massive dragon, capable, my universe was sitting on it, or does it just seem like theirs?
It seems like their world is a giant dragon.
Okay, so that's their world.
That's what you see when you see the ethereal.
Okay.
That's how you see it. The ethereal plane is in some ways seeing with true sight allows you to see in some ways truer than what you see in front of you.
Right.
In a situation like this, it's more letting you see to the spirit of the place.
Okay. Cool.
But since you're on it, that's the most you can see. But you definitely see what he's talking about when he says the universe is a green dragon. It means something real here.
It's something tamed it.
Maybe.
Tamed it. Okay.
Anything else you would do as you travel along?
I mean, I still have my sword. I probably should get some contingencies going. I'd like to get my teleport via paper set up as a contingency.
I could see you're setting up some magical contingencies. Smart.
Thank you.
You don't have to do that. You are completely safe. But I'll let you do what makes you feel comfortable. Believe me, you couldn't be in better hands.
Oh, no, I'm not worried. Just, I like making paper stuff all the time, and I like having
Now, you will
ready.
not be able to You will not be able to teleport back to your home plane, but you want enough. So you want to put enough mana to be able to teleport back to where the paper you left was. Correct?
Oh, I wouldn't.
You cannot teleport back to your home plane. You are not there's no easy way back to your home.
Oh, I
home
mean,
world.
I thought you meant the paper that I left in.
Yeah, that's easy.
Plastic
yeah,
Golem's house.
I was just making sure you understood. Yeah, in the plastic golem's house for sure.
I can assume it would be really hard.
You can make some. Yeah, you can do that. Do you want to be able to do it from a further distance, or just from the distance as far as the castle is?
For now, just as far as the castle is. I don't want to burn too much mana on that.
The reason is that if you do that and you wind up in this game, which you will, farther than the castle, you can't use it, right? Those contingencies will be outstripped.
Oh, so what would it take to be able to go beyond the castle?
I mean, I would have 100 miles. That way it doesn't have to be just to that one piece of paper, but any paper that you leave within 100 miles.
Okay.
So I would make them worth 100 miles. You could do that for 14 mana each. So each one you cast contingently will cost you 14 mana.
Okay. And for
do you
now,
have the skill reduce mana cost?
Oh yeah.
Do you have the skill reduce mana cost?
I do.
Look at that. Even better. So they'll only be 12 mana each.
Nice. And that's just for each separate like piles of paper I set down.
Yeah, any paper that's within 100 miles of you, you'll be able to use to teleport as long as you know it's there.
Ah, okay. That's good to know. For now, I'm only like setting, like I only have one set down already. So is that costing me mana right now?
No.
Yeah,
It just means that you can use the spell.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want you to be. I don't want you to have. I don't want you to have a 30-mile radius paper teleportation, and there be no paper in 30 miles.
Yeah, that would suck.
I just don't want you to have. Right. It just makes the. So I'm just trying to. And your character probably wouldn't do that within the context of the narrative.
Yeah, I could see it. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have.
So just every one of those you make contingent.
Mm-hmm.
12 mana. So you can reduce your mana as many as you want to make.
That's awesome. That's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 3 mana potions too, so I could like. Well, anyways, for now though, I don't really see. I'm not seeing any like points where it'd be cool to drop some paper on the ride.
I mean, chances are there's paper here somewhere, anyways.
That's true.
You just said, but yeah, if you start dropping paper along the way, that will be a little more a little bit conspicuous.
That's true.
As you drive with this guy.
Yeah, we don't want to make him start.
And if he is a threat, then you're not gonna. They're gonna get rid of the paper you dropped anyway, so it's a moot point.
That's true. Okay.
Okay. They get you to what looks like the out of game would look like the lobby of a hotel. Takes you up to the top. All the condos here are used by the royalty.
Oh,
the palace is beautiful.
It truly is. This is insane. How this design? How is that even possible?
It is. A marvel of self-creation. Everything you see is alive. This building is a living creature. Indeed. This building, this castle, is a living thing. Much like I understand your Myconid king has in the fairy realms. Anyways, I spend as much time studying the realms beyond as I can. Your arrival here is very important, believe me.
Cool.
Anything else you want to do?
Man. Well, I would like to scout the room and see if I see paper laying around anywhere.
You do. You see paper right as he goes in. There's like a special concierge. Behind the concierge, there's like a chair. The chair has like wings on it and is floating around and is actually acting as the secretary. Well, not the secretary, but as the concierge, and definitely paper on that desk. Takes you into this very open room. Looks almost like a boardroom converted to an apartment. That's what it looked like to you at a game. And inside you see a being that looks like a birdman, like a creature that is avian, but you couldn't be able to place exactly what. Maybe something like a parrot.
Oh.
It has its plumage looks very thin and sharp, pointed, like almost like a porcupine. Its beak looks metal. Besides that, it's wearing a business, what would be out of game would look like a business suit. In game, you would have no words for it, and has sunglasses. And on the sunglasses, you can see white pupils. The sunglasses are a part of his being. The sunglasses are his eyes.
Well. Allow me to introduce myself, good lady. My name is Kasparis. I am magistrate and servant of the great queen, the queen of the process, the keeper of the dragon. What may I address you as, good lady?
Her name is Grezula.
I asked her, you syphilitic ballsack. What is your name?
My name is Grezula.
I hope my knight here, Stragarius, wasn't too self-important around you. He has a way of pumping himself up.
He was very pleasant.
I could see you, Stragarius, using George across the lawn as you're apt to do. A wonderful impression for our guest.
Well, I wanted her to see what it's like when you don't...
Why don't you go and give George a good cleaning and take care of him?
I mean, do I have to really take care of him?
Yes, really take care of him. Get in there deep.
Okay.
I apologize. You must think us gross the way Stragarius worked.
It's all good.
It did not take long, you know. The minute you came here, word spread like wildfire. The Queen has already been informed of your coming.
That's good.
You are so very important. What was the name again?
Grezula.
Grezula. A wonderful name.
Clearly
Rolls
not
off
an
the
important
tongue.
one.
I apologize. I don't have the strongest memory.
Oh, it's okay. We've all got our weaknesses.
Yes, of course. Now, come and dine at my table. I have made hot dogs.
In this moment, a plane smashes into the building right there. A single engine with a face smashes into the building right through the window. Right in this moment.
Okay.
You have just enough time to react. Is there anything you want to do? You see inside the plane the blue plastic gnome. Legroma is in the plane.
He's in the plane.
Yeah, like as if he's not flying it because the plane flies itself, but he's in it.
Itself.
Yeah.
Is the plane dead?
No, the plane's walks in, and it smashes in. He goes, "Did I catch you fuckers at a bad time?" The plane starts unloading ordnance just into the room, except for you. Grezula, come on! You're in great danger. We've got to get the hell out of here.
I bow my head at the bird guy and say peace. So then I just walk over to the...
He's behind the bar as he gets shot.
Oh, gosh. Wait, is he get shot?
Yeah, it's shooting at him.
Oh, well, he's made of metal. He'll probably be fine.
He invites you to get in the back, It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but it's the best I could do. Boss, one thing's for sure, like I said earlier, we're definitely not in the Forgotten Realms anymore.
That's different.
Why, hello. Hello, lady. This is my good friend, Orb. Orb? Grezula. Hello, Grezula. We have to get you out of here.
Yeah, let's go. What are we doing here?
He takes you up, and y'all start flying. As soon as you start flying, you see like giant versions of the like much larger beings, like with the propellers, the sprite-like beings flying along, and you see what appears to be something like a dragon, serpentine, flying towards y'all. And that's where we're gonna end. We're ending there.
It's beautiful. I love this hectic world already.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give yourself a level.
A level?
Like,
oh gosh.
Yeah, you learned. You studied. You made your contingencies.
That's true.
Level. You need it anyways. The things it's going to be like this the whole time.
Yeah. Okay, I'll expect that. Or expect nothing.
It's gonna be nonstop.
Nice.
It's gonna be a high intensity, high impact game.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I'm happy. I was kind of like already mentally catering to what seems like the lower class, just because it seems like in that, I don't know, people just like breaking rules that they set that make only people below them follow. That's messed up, man.
Yeah, it was. He's not wrong about you being in danger.
Oh,
the queen is. If you couldn't, this guy's not lying to you. Let's put it that way.
Everything felt really off.
It should have. Yeah, it was supposed to.
Yeah.
The speed at which they found you, the biggest. Obviously, they were using magic to look for you. They were expecting something like you at some point. They didn't move that fast by chance.
No.
They had spells and spies in place to ensure that if a human ever came here, as the prophecy suggested, that you would get found. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened.
Very curious situation.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah. You're the one other person has gotten to see Pseudo-Faerun. But you're the first person. This is just the beginning of it. You're exploring a whole new plane.